one of the interesting things is going to be data itself. I mean, these models they need more data for a bigger world model idea that you've got. They need probably more data than the internet has already. Yes, you can use synthetic data.
That's completely wrong, actually. That's a lie that's being told.
Yeah?
Yeah. So when you actually look at the amount of data and the distributions that are required, right now you take crap quality data. Like, we built things like the Pile, which is the biggest language model data set, Objaverse 3D for 3D data, Lion funded, which was the biggest image. They're full of crap. The data's been getting better and better and better. And it's been like putting in a pressure cooker and then you get soft meat. Now we have higher quality data. We know better what to do with the data, so we can train on it more optimally. But if you look at the data distribution of a Claude, what can't Claude do? There's very little it can't do. I mean, like, again, if you're trying to build AGI, world breaking and things like that, yeah, then you go into like advanced particle quantum physics, etc. But again, I think that's probably a bit wrong. There's not much that isn't in the data distribution. Now it's about organizing the data distribution. So rather than having, like, Anthropic bought, I don't know if you saw, they bought millions of books secondhand, scanned them and burned them. Yeah, they literally burned millions of books. So they bought them secondhand to train Claude, they scanned them in, and they burned the books.
Why did they burn the books?
I don't know that last bit. That sounds really weird, but it's part of an ongoing case, because the authors are like, wait, what did you do? You burned my books. Because I think they were trying to get rid of evidence or something. Now that data is there.
Get rid of the evidence of what they actually used, of course.
Well, I mean, it's like Meta downloaded all of Sci-Hub and Anna's Archive, like these pirate websites. Like most of the generative AI companies on media downloaded torrents of Hollywood movies, except for us, again, morals. The whole nature of this is we have enough data now because these models are few-shot learners. What does that mean? It means, what do you need to know to be a great trader and how much of it is proprietary? You think about it and you need to have a good, maybe an element of college education, a bit of training on the job, and then you need experience, right?
Yeah.
But if you learn from the great traders and you see them, you can learn that pretty quickly. And again, if you're an AI that doesn't make mistakes and the worst thing about trader is trading against yourself, you can learn that pretty quickly. For most tasks, all the data and knowledge is open, it's just not organized. So rather than having one of the textbooks from back on my shelf, the AI writes a better textbook. And you can still have the distribution elements to remove the synthetic data. So at the very tail, there is an element of human expertise going in, but realistically, most of the human expertise for a generalized learner is already there. And as you add on continuous learning, task-specific learning, and you have models that are fast enough, they pick it up very, very quickly, any new environment. And by any new environment, I mean literally any new environment. The example of this is the video models. So Seedance comes out. And again, if the listeners go and check out Seedance, it's crazy. Like, you've got
absurd
Hollywood-level movies. And then Hollywood's come out and said, this is a big, massive issue, and blah, blah, blah. And Disney's like, stop it, with their legal arm. And ByteDance is like, okay, but screw you guys for banning TikTok, but still, like, there we go. Here's the reality. Once you have a sufficiently trained video model, you give it one picture of your face, you're in the video, in any video you want.
Yeah.
And think about how complex your face is.
Yeah.
You give it a short bit of music, it can extrapolate for that music and create a scene. And again, this is why they're few-shot learners. And again, if you think a model needs more data, think this. Has there been a situation with the latest models where it hasn't known something or known where to find something that you needed?
Never. So, you obviously like this video enough that you've got to the end. That's quite a big task. But listen, do me a favour, hit the like and subscribe button, and also check out what video's next, because I think you'll love it. But if you want even more, and when I'm talking more, I'm talking about member-generated ideas, incredible alpha, research, everything there to help you in your journey, just head to realvision.com/join for the best financial intelligence out there, and the pure alpha that's within the platform.